Hi guys, I'm Eryn, the operations manager here at Triple C. Thanks for joining me today. We are going to be making some at-home bird feeders. So I'm super excited to have you along with me, and let's go ahead and get started. So the supplies that you're going to need to make these bird feeders today is a container. Today I am using an empty peanut butter container, but you at home can use any kind of plastic container, aluminum, whatever works for your family that you might have in your recycling bin. We're also going to need some paint to decorate our bird feeder. We're going to need some glue, and any type of glue that you have at home will work just fine. Paint brushes to go with our paint, some water to rinse off our paint brushes as we decorate, and then finally some ribbon. So today I have some wide burlap ribbon because this is what's going to be holding our bird feeder when we hang it outside. So the wider the ribbon you have, the better. And I have pre-cut my ribbon, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But our first step today is we are going to paint and decorate our bird feeder. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour out some paint. Today I have chosen a fun purple color as well as a teal to bring some brightness to it here. So let's get this all poured out. Give it a good shake. All right, awesome. So, put that down here in my grass. I'm gonna pick my paintbrush. Today I brought all different kinds of sizes with me, but I think I'm gonna paint the whole container first. So I'm gonna choose a thicker paintbrush today. And I'm just gonna, the nice thing about this container is you can kind of put your hand in the inside of it as you paint it. So I'm just gonna dip my paintbrush here. Oh, there goes Sadie, one of our camp dogs. All right, and I'm just gonna start painting. You can see this nice, fun purple color we have here. You might need some more paint. And you can put it on as thick or as thin as you want based on what kind of design you've got going on. And as you can see, before I started painting my container here, I peeled off all of the labels that were on the container so that it was nice and smooth. And depending on what container you're using, you might just also want to rinse it out, give it a good rinse in your sink with some soap and water so that it's nice and clean when we put our seed in there for our birds. Alrighty. Get a good coat. Sadie's behind me in the woods playing in the camp creek. Oh, there she goes. Might need a little bit more paint, and luckily it's a nice sunny day outside, so it's drying pretty quickly. We're just going to get this on nice and pretty. Alright, so I think that's going to be my first coat there as my purple. And then I'm going to put that in my cup of water over here and rinse it off really good so that the paint gets off of the brush. All right, and next up, I'm gonna use some of my teal paint to decorate. And I think I'm gonna do some fun polka dots. So I'm going to choose one of my smaller paintbrushes. And I'm just gonna dip that in and just start doing some fun dots all over here. Have these bright colors really bring the birds in, make them excited for eating some yummy bird seed. Off for her next adventure. Alright, so I'm just doing little dots all over here, making it nice and colorful. Alright, awesome. And then I'm going to rinse that off in my cup of water over here as well. And then the next step we're going to do is we are going to leave our container to dry, probably for about a good 30 minutes. If it's outside in the sun, that will help speed up the drying process, and we'll be back soon to do our next steps. Hi guys, welcome back. So it's been about 30 minutes since we last checked in, and the bird feeder is nice and dry, so we're going to go ahead and continue on with our next steps. So as I mentioned before, I'm just gonna set this down. We have some ribbon that we want to use, and this ribbon is what is going to help hold our bird feeder up if you hang it in a tree or on a fence, whatever works around your home. So I went ahead, and today I'm using this wide burlap that I have here, and I went ahead and cut a pretty nice length piece, because what we're going to do is we're actually going to tie it nice and close to the container that we're using so it stays nice and tight. And then we're also going to make a bigger loop, and that loop is what you can use to hang your bird feeder up. So I've gone ahead and just spread out my burlap here in front of me, and then I'm going to take my container and just set it down right here in the center. And then I'm just going to make a nice little knot, just like this, nice and tight around my container. So as you can see, it's nice and tight, holding it so that when we hang it up in the tree, it stays in its place. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the two ends remaining of my burlap here, and at the top, tie a nice little knot. So as you can see, I've left a pretty good sized loop that will help hang our bird feeder on the tree or fence post that we're going to use it for here at camp. So I'm going to make that knot nice and tight, and then I'm actually just going to go ahead and do one more so we can be sure it stays. All right, awesome. So now we have that, and you can see it's nice and tight around the feeder itself. Then our last step, one of our last steps that we have here, is we are going to make a little perch for the birds to sit on while they are eating the bird seed out of our bird feeder. So I have collected a couple little sticks here from around, and I think I'm going to use this nice little perch here. And then as I mentioned, you can use any glue that you have around your house. Today we're just using some regular washable school glue. If you have a hot glue gun, anything like that, that will work as well. And then we want to make sure that our perch is on the bottom part of our container so that the birds can sit here and eat the bird seed that's inside. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get some glue out here and put a nice decent amount here. Oh, gotta open my glue. A nice decent amount right on the end of our container here. Yep, and that will dry clear later once it's all dry. And then I'm just gonna stick the stick here on the end. And as you can see, it's going to make a nice little perch for our birds. So this might take some time to dry, and you can either hold it, or if you want to put your bird feeder down on a table or the ground and use something to kind of hold the stick in place while that dries. And then once it's all completely dry, it'll make that nice perch that the birds can sit on. So those are pretty much the steps in our bird feeder creation here. The last and final thing that you would need to do is just take some bird seed that maybe you have at home from last spring or summer, or that maybe one of your parents helps you get out in town, and you'll just put that in your container. Not too much, just a nice coating on the bottom of the inside of the container. And then once everything is all dry and your bird seed is in there, you can take your bird feeder and hang it anywhere around your home or your neighborhood, whatever works with you and your adults in your home. And we would love to see photos of your bird feeders that you make at home. So please share those with us on our Facebook, Instagram, send them to us in an email. We would love to see them. And thanks again for joining us. Bye guys.